Good morning and welcome to another video. It's the 2nd of April 2023. We're here at Uluru Ayers Rock and this is where the climb used to be. Where, as you can see, they've removed all the chains. So who's actually climbed Uluru? If you have, you were very lucky to do so. No one will ever be climbing Uluru again. Okay, so it's pretty strong winds at the moment, and permanent closure of Uluru was on the 26th of October 2019, and as you can see, all the chains have completely gone. So if you do fancy walking up there with no chains and this wind, there is surveillance cameras in use. So this is the Marla walk here at Uluru. We're coming up at 7:22 at the moment. It is quite cool. Lots of walking tracks there, as you can see. And there we go, Marla. All the rock formations, it's spectacular. A little bit about the Marla. So the Marla people came from the north and could see this rock. They thought it looked like a good place to stay and make a ceremony. They decorated and raised a ceremonial pole. A lot of information there. Okay, let's continue the walk. Really strong breeze this morning. So back in the days, if you were climbing the rock, it'd probably be closed this morning. You can see a lot of the black marks on the rock, obviously where the water is coming down. I hope the mic's working quite well today, because it really is gusting quite a lot. Let's take a walk just up around here. There's normally a lot of Aboriginal writing that you can view. Then gusts must be about 30 to 40 mile an hour now. Look at just all the different holes in the rock there. So make sure you come to Uluru, guys. It is fantastic. Okay, so Ittijaratiku you marsupial hole mole. The holes in the rocks then above the cave, told out by Ittijaratiku, and they lived here from the very beginning of the Marla people arrived. Wow. That's unbelievable. So those holes have actually been done by human. Okay, let's continue walk around. At least this breeze at the moment is keeping the flies away. So there's plenty of walks that you can do around Uluru. Make sure you bring some water with you. It's one thing that you've got to do here in outback Australia. Plenty of water. Keep to the main paths. Just look at the shape there. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. What I like here is the green trees against the rock. It looks amazing. Remember to bring a good pair of shoes. Paths are quite uneven. There must be a lot of water around this area here with all the trees. Well, look how good this is. Some good shady areas here in the sun. Wow, right ahead of us is like a cave. Again, the black is where you can see where the water comes down Ayers Rock. That's a really good shot. Okay, let's go and check it out. Now, just up here to the right is where we can go and look at some Aboriginal writing. We'll go have a look at that. See what we can see. Yep, Aboriginal writing. Okay, so this one says Kulpi N'Enkuku, and it's a teaching cave, so many generations. The Inagu elders taught the bush boys in this cave how to travel in this country and survive. And generations of grandfathers painted these pictures like a teacher uses a school blackboard to teach how to track and hunt food animals. That's amazing, isn't it? So there we go, look, there's the Aboriginal writing. Just think how long that's been there. Awesome. That is amazing, isn't it? So this is the teaching cave, and where all the elders taught the kids how to hunt, how to survive here in Australia. Okay, so this always reminds me of Wave Rock out in Western Australia. So black again is where the water's coming down. Absolutely spectacular. So this is Kulpi Watika, and the Mala people come from the north and could see Uluru. Looked like a good place to stay, and they raised the pole there. So that's the story of the Mala. So it says here, set in stone, look closely at the back wall. You can see old men who are still here. You can see the faces and their white hair and beards. The spirit of these men are still here in the cave. Wow. So I hope you're enjoying the walk today here in the Red Centre. And everywhere you look is just stunning. So we're going to head back to the car park, have a look at another walk. Well, this is the Mala walk, well worth coming to. So before you come, check out all the different walks that you can do. You can actually walk around the whole base of Uluru. I wouldn't recommend you to do that in the heat of the day. But again, wherever you go, take plenty of water. If you're into plant life, it's amazing how everything survives out here. And there is plenty of greenery around here. How amazing would it be to see rain actually coming down from Uluru? I've seen it on a lot of videos and news around the world. It must be like waterfalls coming down those black areas here in Uluru. It must be spectacular. You can't imagine the wildlife around here that's probably all hidden in these bushes, probably lizards, snakes, scorpions, spiders. You can hear one of the birds in the trees there. And look at that, all the colour of the rock. Looks like a tour bus has arrived a little bit further up there. Coming up to 20 to 8, so still early at the moment. That's why there's not a lot of people around. So I don't know if you can see there in the distance a good shot of the Olgas, Kachiuta. That's also well worth a trip out when you come to Uluru Ayers Rock. Flies are out with a vengeance. I don't know if you can see the flies there on Glenn's back. And yeah, here's some tourists. I wonder where they're from. Could be anywhere in the world, or maybe here from Australia. Okay, so we're starting off by just reading one of the safety signs there. Heat exhaustion, dehydration is life-threatening, common here, even in mild conditions. Looks a pretty good seat. Okay, so this one is the Kanaja Walk. And it says here, look at the landscape as we do. Know the ancestors are still here. This is the right place to learn about the story because it happened here at this place. Take a note of what you see, stop and read the signs, and have a think and take in the surroundings. It's a great place of history, an important place. So the physical features of Uluru are great cultural significance to the Anagu traditional owners. Caves and rock formations along this walk relate to the activities of the Minya Kanuja, women python woman, and the Watri Laru, poisonous snake man, during the Terkirikpa, which is creation time. By sharing our knowledge, we invite you to look at Uluru through our eyes. Let's go, guys. So this takes you down to the watering hole, Murcharatulu watering hole. Hope I'm doing okay with the Aboriginal words here, not too good at that. And look at that with the blue sky. Looking pretty awesome today. I like the tree here, completely dead, bare. That makes a great photo opportunity, yeah. Everyone's got the hats, we've got the fly nets on. Flies are all part of being the experience here in outback Australia. Just walking along here, you can hear the bird life. Obviously you can hear my feet walking on the red dust, the famous red dust of the Red Centre. Don't know if you've visited this area, but that red dust gets everywhere. Very, very difficult to get off. Again, that's just looking awesome. All the green trees, spinifex grass, and the red of Uluru. So down on this walk we're going to see again quite a bit of Aboriginal writing, etc. And there should be plenty of water down here. So time is coming up to 8 AM. It's a great time to explore Uluru before the heat really sets in. Look at the size of some of these rocks. One just sitting there for millions and millions of years, I guess. I'd love to see Uluru after a recent rainfall. Your waterfalls of water coming down. there's paths going off to the right, middle, and left. Let's have a look at the left. I think we've got some Aborigine writing down here. So this is Maitucha, and it's a good place for bush tucker. People camped here at the Muchajula waterhole for 2 or maybe 3 days before moving on. And this place supports many bush foods, plants. And it does say there, we need to know really before collecting for the family, as some fruits are poisonous. So Anguli bush plum, it's about the size of an olive. Has a very dark purple fruit when ripe. And it says there, the creeper vine, Muku, be careful, the vine with round bright red berries looks edible but is poisonous. It is used as a medicine for fevers. Vine is placed on a fire next to the sick person. The smoke is the healing agent. Wow. So inside here they would have been preparing food, and there would probably be Aboriginal writing in there. Okay, let's continue the walk towards the watering hole. Down here I think we've got another view of the maybe Aboriginal writing, etc. The other side of the cave. And yep, so you can see the writing there on the wall. It has faded quite a lot. So this was a good place to learn hunting skills. The Muchajulu waterhole is the most reliable water source around Uluru, and many animals come here to drink. Vertical rock walls on both sides approaching the waterhole makes it a natural trap for hunting these animals. The small cave has made a good place for young boys to hide and watch the men hunt the animals. Pretty cool. Getting pretty blinding this way now. There are plenty of people coming. So you can actually hire bikes around Uluru, which is pretty awesome. But you do need to park up the bikes and then walk down these walking areas. So I think that would be a really cool thing to do, would be to hire the bike and bike around Uluru. So maybe that's something that you want to think about. We've got a cave over here. Let's have a look. They have had recent rains in Uluru about a few days ago. So we can see I remember coming to this cave last time we were in Uluru. It's got some really good Aboriginal writing, I believe. Yep, you can actually get really close to it here as well. So this is Muchajulu cave at night around the campfire. generations of people told stories telling children about this place, painting on the rock, and today these stories are kept and handed down to children. And this is also a good place to rest. So this is a family cave for many generations. The Nargu families camped here. Men would hunt for meat, women and children would collect mai, which is bush foods, and the food would be brought back here to share. Wow. That's unbelievable, isn't it? So, if you can imagine this walkway not being here, and all this just being a complete natural cave. And this is where they'd be preparing the foods out of the sun of Uluru. It's amazing. Okay, let's move on. So I hope you guys are all enjoying this walk today around Uluru. And this is going to get even more spectacular the further we get down here. And with the recent rain, the waterhole should be really full down here. I've seen it some years where it's completely dry. Beautiful and shady down here. Look, with the recent rains, how the shrubbery around here has really started to grow. I think I read somewhere it shoots up almost a foot from new rains. Plenty of tourists coming this way in a minute, to visiting the waterhole. A lot of the tours are actually guided, which would be interesting, I guess. Well, these seem to be from either Japan or China. World tourism is starting to get back to normal now after COVID. Look around here now. Wow. The sun up there on Uluru. The gum trees. So you can see them holes. I think there's a story about those. We'll have a look at them in a minute. Something to do with the Aborigines around here. A lot of their religions, their beliefs. So we'll have a look at that on the sign so we can tell you exactly what that's going to be about. And just to the left of us now is the watering hole. There is actually quite a lot of water in there already. And yep, pretty much full of tourists as it normally is down here. There's not many times that you'd be on your own around here. cool is that? That's probably the fullest I've ever seen it.
Look, we can see the blue sky and the orange.
That's right. It's in the water.
So this is the home of the Wanapi, and after the Minyama Watiluri, the spirit combined with the nephews and together become the Wananapi water snake. Wananapi lives here today and has the power to control the source of water and this precious water. So it says here Kapi is sacred. It's the most reliable Kapi water around the base of Uluru. In traditional times, the Anargu would sing out cuckoo cuckoo, and Wanapi would release the Kapi and let it flow into the waterhole. As with all water sources in the desert, the waterhole is a place of great respect and treated as sacred. Swimming, polluting or scaring the animals away would threaten the survival of people. Today, wildlife still depends upon the survival. Just see the sun on the top of Uluru. You can see the water all around the base of Uluru. Must be so much wildlife around here. Okay, so we're going to continue the walk back. And we can see the look at the steepness of Uluru there. And there's a good view of the waterhole. A little bit less people there now. So it looks like this family in front are all renting bikes. They've all got the helmets on. So what a great place to bike around, stop and then come and do some of the walks. So if you've got a family and you're thinking of coming to Uluru, I think that would be a good bet. Hire the bikes early in the morning and come and enjoy these amazing sights here in the red centre of Australia. Good view of all the gums, all the gum trees and Uluru behind it. Again, just think how many little animals and different things will be in this grass. It must come alive at night. Most animals around here, I guess, are nocturnal. Guy here with a bit of an Aussie hat on. G'day. So these are Etara river red gums, eucalyptus. So these are eucalyptus trees. So much to do in the Red Centre. A few years ago we drove across to Alice Springs, and there are some spectacular places to go around Alice Springs, the McDonnell Ranges. So there's a lot to do in outback Australia. But to me this is the real Australia. I mean, yes, we love going to Sydney, the harbour bridge, the Opera House. But this is the real Australia to me, being here in the outback. Awesome. Right in the middle of the largest island of the world. It's unbelievable. It's so peaceful around here as well. And as you can see, the scenery, fabulous. So if you're enjoying this video today, check out our other videos of Uluru Ayers Rock and the rest of Australia, all done in full 4K for your enjoyment. And if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so. It would really help us out. Quite a few more people there in the cave area. A few people under the shade here. It's coming up to 8:30 and the temperature is probably around about 23 Celsius. Very, very pleasant. So over on the left, I can't really show you too much due to the sun, but that's the Segway tours. So that's a pretty awesome thing to do. Ride the Segways around here. With the sun coming up now, it's looking pretty amazing on all the caves there. So the first thing that you need to do when you get to Uluru is buy a fly net. Or if I was you, I'd buy one on Amazon before you come. So this is a bush plum, Anogulu. Well, let's continue on back to the car park. I remember when we come to Uluru once, we've got Kate and William, the royal family, visiting Uluru, and they actually come walking down here and walk down to the watering hole. And there was hundreds of tourists out here to catch a glimpse of the royal couple. We managed to catch a bit of a glimpse short way away at the sunset viewing area, And we've actually got that on our channel. Check out the video. It's quite an old one, so the footage is not as clear as we're bringing you today. Okay, so we're back at Uluru, and this is the Emu Walk apartment. We're going to walk past there in a minute and down into the village. And over this way is the Desert Gardens Hotel. So for many years we've always stayed at the Emu Walk apartment. We do studios, 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom department. And there is plenty of room in there. So we're just going to head up here. On the right hand side there's a museum, a gallery. So a gallery of Central Australia. There's a little shop in there as well. We do find that to be quite interesting to come and look at while you're here in Ayers Rock. And there we go, Palya, pronounced Palya, meaning hello, goodbye, thank you and welcome. And let's check out the museum. Morning.
Morning.
Well, this is completely changed. This used to be showing you all like the different wildlife and things, where more now it's all art, a weary art. I really like that one, Uluru. So that's $1,740. Okay, so this one, $15,000. It's amazing. $15,000. So most of these were about 1,300. This one, $4,000. Wow. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so we're now heading down towards the Emu Walk. The theatre on the left. Look out to the left. It's coming up to 9:30 AM. I guess everyone's going to be checking out soon. So the Emu Walk apartments are a really good place to stay. Convenient to the town centre. It looks as though a lot of Ayers Rock accommodation has been renovated, probably over COVID. So they're all super clean, all very modern. The reception for Emu Walk is over on the right hand side here. We're going to continue walking towards the town centre. It's a beautiful morning in the Northern Territory today. Temperature around about maybe 23 Celsius. And it's clear skies. Look at the beautiful gums and the bright blue sky. So we're just having a last walk. We've got about an hour before we need to be at Ayers Rock Airport, ready for the flight to Sydney today, and then onwards to Brisbane, and we're going to then explore Queensland. Look at the gum tree here, amazing. Wow. So there's a little green area in the village there where you can just go and chill out on the grass, enjoy yourself. And we're now going to head down into the village square. So the village square has got a supermarket, and let's have a look. So the very first thing that we see on the right hand side is hair and beauty. You can get your hair done if you want. Minkiri art. Kalata Academy Cafe on the right hand side. Everyone's up having breakfast, tea and coffee. So you can get hot beverages. Cappuccino about $5.50. So that's the main entrance to the village square. Some really nice places to just come and sit down and relax. Gecko's Cafe. So that's Gecko's, that looks pretty good. Breakfast served 7 till 10. All day menu 11 till 8:30. And here's one of my favourites, Ayers Rock. So that's Ayers Rock. Plenty of shady areas to just come and relax or have a coffee or anything. So here is the tourist information. So in here you can get all the information about helicopter rides, etc. Pretty much everything that you need to know. Helicopter flights, AAT Kings. Motorbike tours, Harley tours. Rental cars are here if you want to rent the car from the resort. So in front of us is the IGA clothing shop. art gallery.
No, that's about the boy at school. Have a look, Gracie. I reckon your snake's
We've
still
got
got me
the
in mine.
post office supermarket. So there we go, guys. There's the post office here in Ayers Rock. And this is the main car parking area. And just at the side of the post office. And look at this, this is where all the mail has to go. Here are all the mailboxes. So along here we've got all the tourist shops, so Ayers Rock Designs, Oz Collections, and then we've got the Uluru shop. Let's have a look inside. I'm good, how are you? Colourful bags. Plenty of backpacks, Aussie hats. One of the Aussie hats there. Pretty cheap. Lots of stubbies. Pretty cool Uluru shirt. Hard Rock Cafe, Uluru. I really like this t-shirt, Uluru. Kangaroo. All the kangaroos and different things. Camels, Uluru camel.
What's it called? Did you say? I don't know what it's called. Oh, okay. Story that they fell off the door. Ah. No, I'm not.
Really like those caps. I really like that t-shirt with the Thornley Devil and Ayers Rock. So there we go, Uluru, here in Central Australia. I'm going to head out now. Maybe have a quick look at the Minkiri art. A lot of Aborigine kind of arts in here. Some beautiful gifts here in Uluru. Here's one of the shirts that I had before. So I hope you've enjoyed this walk around Uluru and Uluru. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, drop me some comments, and of course subscribe to the channel. And we will see you on the next video here in Australia.